hold my son real tight. And there is no place I would rather be. I'd fly a kite on a raft all night that led me back to your side, like that storybook we used to read. We cried out, hey man, there you go, you haven't seen the best of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feel like there's words I've been trying to say. I don't want to hide around away. Sticks and stones left me with aching bones and my skin. If I could take you in the future, I'd take you the past. I'd take you our future, but we're going too fast. Slow moving love is all that love you can taste it. I wanna give you a shot, but if you take it, I want you to wait. When the chorus goes, oh, this lover's road is rambling me home. I got a pistol in my pocket and this bag of bones. The story of Annie and Frank, it's on my mind. Because two lovers know that all you need is just a little more time. So that's the gist of it. And there's 3 verses. Annie and Frank put their life on the road. The love they shared with. No, that's a good. I'm sorry, I have to take a second remember the verse. Annie knew what was coming day that she met Frank. Showed him her pistol, sent a smile his way. Sugar coals that led on every flight. Annie and Frank lived their life on the road. The love they shared was made for tomorrow. For some crazy adventures, hard choices they had to make. Until death took them both, but that's the shot that we always take. Oh, this lover's road is rambling me home. I got a pistol in my pocket and this bag of bones. The story of Annie and Frank, it's on my mind. Because two lovers know that all you need is just a little time. Pain breeds beauty and love takes time. I'll give you a little sure shot, poison and wine. I'm ready to blow the trigger, I'm ready to die. Pain breeds beauty and love takes time. I'll give you a little sure shot, poison and wine. I'm ready to blow the trigger, I'm ready to die. Annie knew Frank was coming when she saw the fire in his eyes. I'll take my shot on you, but you should know what's been on my mind. Darling, if I'm gonna love you, I need just a little time. Oh, this lover's road is rambling me home. I got a pistol in my pocket and this bag of bones. The story of Annie and Frank, it's on my mind. Because two lovers know that all you need
Well, I don't want to love and leave you. Yeah, but I'm gonna love and leave you anyway. 'Cause I don't know just where that feeling goes. I only know that it is gone away. No, I don't want to love and leave you. Yeah, but I'm gonna love and leave you anyway. No, I don't like to break a promise. Yeah, but you wouldn't have me even if I stayed. So in a lifetime there are many lovers. In a lifetime there are many pains. In a lifetime I will find another. You'll be with me every time it rains. Yeah, you'll be with me every time it rains. With me every time it rains. No, I don't want to love and leave you, but I'm gonna love and leave you anyway. Yeah, and I don't know where all the time goes. I only know that it has gone away. So in a lifetime there are many lovers. In a lifetime there are many pains. In a lifetime we all find another. And you'll be with me every time it rains. You'll be with me every time it rains. In a lifetime there are many lovers. Oh, in a lifetime there are many pains. In a lifetime I will find another. You'll be with me every time it rains. With me every time it rains. I know that you'll be with me every time it rains.
It works I'll find out.
It's late body.
Yeah, I know.
But that is.
I
Do you know which of these songs? It's the Lowell
Yeah.
Arts Song.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Ryan might.
Yeah. The printer. That's the one that won. Yeah. And I deliberately listed it.
Flames. Wrong.
Ted's busy.
Fire!
Oh, I'm not a songer.
I've seen bad
and we'll all go together to a wild mountain tide, all around the blue river. When I was living in France, I was working with a guy and he told me about it. I'd never heard Jen Baez or anything. Yeah, it's the only song I heard her sing, but
That's a nice one.
it's a lovely song. I fell in love with it. Yeah.
There's so many great songs out there.
Oh.
We were rolling.
Shadows fade at a different time of day. In the distance between you and I. And summer days leave me feeling like a castaway, with the salty breeze still killing time. And you're on my mind. In my heart already halfway home. In my heart already halfway home. I heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight. The story fades off the page. The author gave her a cigarette light. Leave a trail of grace like a black snake, and write me back into your life, my wife. Oh, you're on my mind. In my heart already halfway home. In my heart already halfway home. I heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight. I heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight. If these walls could speak, I bet they'd be convincing me to leave. But does the lock still have a key buried deep in my daydreams? Oh, you're on my mind. In my heart already halfway home. In my heart already halfway home. I heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight. In my heart already halfway home. In my heart already halfway home. I heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight. Heard it in the dial tone. You need a familiar face tonight.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Dumb Ways to Die.
Let's hear it, Ted.
Yeah. Set fire to your hair. Poke a stick at a grizzly bear. Eat medicine that's out of date. Use your private parts as piranha bait. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Yeah.
No. This was a song that was commissioned by the Metropolitan Transit Authority in Melbourne, Australia, 12 years ago.
Boom! Somebody fucking paid for that! Somebody paid a songwriter to write that!
Oh, yeah.
And he's showing it to thousands of people!
Oh, there's a whole video game world of dumb ways to die that kids play. And it's these little jelly beans that the kids send into horrific ways to die. But I play it to construction workers and sing bad.
Ted, in addition to your food contribution this weekend, that was a wonderful contribution to this. Okay.
I'm going down a long, lonesome road to Memphis. And I have come from the valley of the damned to Memphis. The Lord's gonna rest my bones. Somewhere in the hills of Memphis. And the Lord's gonna rest my bones. Somewhere in the hills of Memphis. Something like that. I cut out like 3 verses.
Like that washed up
Or a
bass.
poem, or
I don't really have a song.
Sure. We had to say
I have a spoken word piece, but there's a lot of words that I don't know if I remember them all.
It's all good. No, it's good.
But I will not apologize.
That's it.
I won't know if you don't know the words.
yeah.
Yeah, you won't know if I mess it up.
Yeah, and again, mistakes
you're fine.
they don't ruin your performance. They create this moment, like maybe the audience does notice, you know, and then you recover, and the whole audience exhales
Yeah.
with you, and then you have this moment with them, you know, and it's not like people are gonna walk away from your show being like, man, they really fucked that up. They're gonna walk
Turns
away
out
being
it's
like,
human.
wow, you know, there was this moment where I thought they were gonna lose it, and then it came back together, and it was magic. You know, even the mistakes can turn into memorable moments in the shows.
For sure.
It's better though if you're just really, really prepared though.
So on that note, take it away.
Thanks for that.
Oh my God, you're totally fake.
Ooh, I'm nervous.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
When I first signed up for this spoken word stuff, I was swimming in anger, feeling really quite rough. I had spent some time sulking, screamed into the sea, stomped around a dance floor, but none of that seemed to be successful in shaking my frustrations free.
Maybe, I thought, spoken word could be just what I need. It'll give me a platform to rage about greed. I'll use that time to get some shit off my chest. I'll rant about politics, modern medicine, and bad sex. I'll go on a tirade about all the ways we're destroying this planet. I could go on for days. And don't get me started on the 1%. While hardworking families can't afford to pay rent, see a doctor, or send their kids to safe schools, they collude with politicians to play us for fools. They're making mockeries of our so-called democracies, and they know damn well that if they kill off the bees, we'll have to pay exorbitant prices for genetically modified seeds. They think indigenous land and even water is theirs for the taking? They pretend to care with their charitable foundations, but their sole motivation is the money they're making. I'd also like to bitch about the patriarchy. What a fucking load of malarkey. There's so much damage we inherit from a society with warped distortions of gender propriety. It's no wonder we all need so much therapy. You want to know something else that I hate? That whether Black Lives Matter is up for debate, trigger-happy cops are immune to the law, and no matter how many times it happens, there is no last straw. Men of color who manage to avoid getting shot end up in highly lucrative prisons where their futures rot. And their crimes, the heinous offenses that landed them in jail, are often the same things their preppy white peers do at Yale. And another thing that's completely absurd. That thing in the White House. It's just like a turd that won't flush when you shit at a new lover's place. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing! What do? We have got to get rid of this disgusting piece of poo. Let's find a way to flush it away and then spend some serious time contemplating just what we ate that passed through our system and came out in that state. Oh, America. We've got some real problems to face. I could write my entire piece on just that one place. Or I thought I could make a Kopangan and go on and on about just how prolific the bullshit is there. With the hippies and seers who talk all the talk but must not own mirrors. The healers who can't see what in themselves is sick. They host workshops, give massages, but it's a tan trick. They say ridiculous things like, good vibes only, as if one could permanently avoid feeling lonely, or sad, or hurt, or depressed. We don't get to have joy and just ignore all the rest. Yes, I thought, I'll sign up today. I'll channel all of this anger into something to say. But I procrastinated.
That was awesome.
And I'm thirsty. Well, But I procrastinate a lot. And as the days came and went, I found ways to bend. I talked to some friends who listened with care and helped me to see some blessings in there. I gained insight, learned lessons, found new things to see when I went into the shadow and found pieces of me. Things I had suppressed, didn't want to acknowledge. Patterns I've been repeating since long before college. But a bit like an oyster turns sand to a pearl, I can unravel these threads and let them unfurl into the beautiful tapestry that is my life. Full of joy and sorrow and triumph and strife. All this introspection is rarely fun. I'd so much prefer to just play in the sun. Sometimes I get so sick of all this learning and growing. I so desperately wish I could just be easygoing. But progress is showing. Newfound awareness helps me to see how I can handle things a little more gracefully. Compassion and forgiveness make room for more love, and in doing so, help me to rise above the petty attachments and expectations that come from an egoic place and set me apart from the rest of the race. Gradually, I get back to gratitude. I'm thankful, even for those who bring out my attitude. Because at the end of the day, I'm able to see how they're really all just different versions of me. They're helping me grow and all that good shit. Taking the stuff we don't like and using it to transmit the hurt into healing, the pain into gain, the suffering to sweetness, so it's not all in vain. Then, from this place, the whole world opens up. Possibilities abound, abundance awaits. These are the things I want to help circulate, so we can all step forward together and co-create a new paradigm, where we're free to investigate and communicate, collaborate, and educate, menstruate and masturbate. We can eradicate all that old dead weight, and in doing so, cultivate a world where we cooperate and eventually reincarnate into a new way of living that we can all celebrate.
Oh, wow.
Tonight I drove that same old road where Jimmy took a ride. In Southern California, where dreams and truth collide. They say it happened quickly. A car turned in his path. Mishap on the highway, twisted steel, broken glass. When I go, will it be like James Dean? I don't wanna die slow. No, no, no. When I go, will it be like James Dean? That's how I like to go. The days drag by so slow since Mae Jean took her fall. Her mind takes short vacations now as she stares at the walls. She spends her days in the hallways. She spends her nights near the nurse's desk. She smiles at strangers always, a mind attempt at lucidness. When I go, will it be like James Dean? I don't wanna die slow. No, no, no. When I go, will it be like James Dean? That's how I like to go. We spend our days here hanging around like twists of fate in the wind. We cry in silence at the hidden hurts and long for the suffering to end. When will all this suffering end? Now I'm not talking about no highway crash. I'm not talking about no mercy death. Just let me meet my maker fast. Let that name be my last breath. When I go, will it be like James Dean? I don't wanna die slow. No, no, no. When I go, will it be like James Dean? That's how I'd like to go. That's how I'd like to go. That's how I'd like to go. Like James Dean. Oh.
Long, 5 years strong, cut the pie 4 ways and it's all gone. Never enough time from the top. 5 years long, 5 years strong, cut the pie 4 ways and it's all gone. Never enough time in the day-to-day grind, jump up, gotta go race back in the sun. Hold me back. Can't get enough, no, I can't get enough of your love. Hold me back. Can't get enough, I can't get enough of your love. Remember those days, Saturdays were late. We were crazy, my party baby. Sun would rise as we begin to close our eyes and wake you up with the touch between your toes. Can't get enough, no, I can't get enough of your love. Hold me back. Can't get enough, can't get enough of your love. slow us all right down. It's so easy, this carousel, slow us all right down. So easy, this carousel, slow us all right down. This could all get easy, this great big world, slow us all right down. Cause I can't get enough, no I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough, I can't get enough of your love. Can't get enough, can't get enough of your love. Living, we're living well, but I can't get enough, I can't get enough. Hey, what you giving me can't get in the pill, so I can't get enough, can't get enough. Living, we're living well, but I can't get enough, I can't get enough. And you're lovely like a lily on a windowsill. I can't get enough, can't get enough of your love.
Yeah. Doing it. Did you just write that?
I've had it for a year or so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a
I
great one.
love
Oh,
that
that's a good
lily,
one.
man. The lily on our windows.
Yeah, that was real nice.
That's kicking.
Did that come real fast?
It did, yeah. Come
I'm
pretty
not
quick.
surprised.
Yeah.
So this has come up a couple times now. This, the title, where the title comes first,
Yeah.
right? Or like the same thing but different ideas, that you have the idea, right, and the idea percolates for a while, you know. And I have songs. Ralston was talking a lot about extensive research, you know, like going to Indiana and then going to California to see, you know. And I know Ralston, he's actually from Indiana, so it's not like he went there specifically to go see, you know, James Dean's house. It's just that he really invested himself into his, you know, into the things that he's interested in, and then that manifested itself into that great song that he played for us. It was awesome. But that idea of writing a song from a title, this is a song that I was watching a movie, and what's it called? The Dirt. What's that Motley Crue movie? Right? This song is inspired by a Motley Crue movie. Check this shit out. So I'm watching this movie, and in the movie, one of the characters, is Tommy Lee's character, the drummer of the band. He goes, "Yeah, she's the one that got away." And I thought, that's a great thing to write a song about, like the one that got away. Like, what a great thing. And so I kind of carried that idea around for a couple weeks, and then just, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, it just hit me. I was just like, just that, you know, like the first line hits you, and you're just like, gotta go right now. And maybe a couple hours later, this one was done. It's called The One That Got Away.
I've been thinking about the one that got away. I've been trying to think of what I'd say if we ever cross paths. How would I handle it? My guess I'd be scared and I'd run away. And I see glimpses of her everywhere I go. She's in the audience at every show. She's in the rearview mirror, but I'm nowhere near her. I turn my head, but she's always gone. What can I say? I was young. It's fair to say I was done. And it seemed like there would always be another day. Things have changed, I'm getting old. It's lonely and I'm cold, and I'm thinking about the one that got away. Well, she ended up like
stopped following when I saw that photo. Diamond ring on a mountain nearly made my heart stop. She's better off, and so I had to let her go. What can I say? I was young. It's fair to say I was dumb. It seemed like there would always be another day. Things have changed, I'm getting old. It's lonely and I'm cold, and I'm thinking about the one that got away. One day I came across her at the store. She had a baby in her arms and was planning for a couple of nights. We hugged, but it felt wrong. The magic was all gone. I said, it's nice to see you, but I've gotta go. What can I say? I was young. It's fair to say I was dumb. And it seemed like there would always be another day. Things have changed, I'm getting old. It's lonely and I'm cold, and I'm thinking about the one that got away. What can I say? I was young. It's fair to say I was dumb. And it seemed like there would always be another day. Things have changed, I'm getting old. I never bought that band of gold, and I'm thinking about the one that got away.
That was awesome. I like that.
I love that line. She's better off, so I had to let her go.
Dude, you know what's the funniest part? Is I called Ryan after I watched The Dirt and was like, hey man, I got some stuff for you. And I told him all this stuff, and look at, he just said that he's writing this fucking song. Yeah. So that's so cool that that movie has inspired 2 different songs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.